Dude, you texted me, you called me, you want to do a midday recording. Things are on
Yeah,
fire, I guess.
the world is not on fire, but the Republican Party is going through some things right now. I'm having a giddy afternoon. Have you seen anything happening on Twitter? I know you're staying off of Twitter, but have you seen anything happening on
Yeah, I
Twitter
don't watch
recently?
Twitter.
Okay.
I'm not paying
Whew.
attention to Twitter.
So we just talked the other day about Trump and Elon are having a little bit of a split up, and I want to say first and foremost, I like to own when I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I said a number of times that they would have a bit of a breakup, but that it would not be entertaining and they would just go their separate ways and they both have dirt on each other and they're not going to start slinging mud. So, like, whenever they kind of split
Trump and
up,
Elon.
yeah, it'll just be quiet, is what I kept saying. Trump and Elon will just mutually part ways with no slinging mud. I was 100% wrong, and it's
Okay.
escalating so quickly. Okay, so where to start? Real quick, we talked last time about how Elon and Trump appear to be breaking up. Trump had not responded yet. Elon was, throwing some stuff at Trump about the big beautiful bill is not big or beautiful, or sorry, it's not beautiful. He's mainly been going after the fact that it raises the debt. Uh, so this morning,
Right.
Trump has the German prime minister into the Oval Office this morning, and of course, they have questions. They asked Trump about this, and he went pretty easy on Elon, but at one point he did say that he would have won the election without Elon's help. So picture number one, real quick, if you can pull this up. I sent you four. Okay, so this was
Okay.
tweeted right after, I think, right at the end of Trump's press conference in the Oval Office with the German PM. The quote on this is, "I would have won Pennsylvania regardless of Elon. I was very disappointed with Elon. He knew this bill better than anyone, and he only developed a problem when he found out I would cut the EV mandate." First of all, in response to that, I don't have this picture, but Elon said. No, he said that's a lie. You never showed me the text of the bill, and you guys voted on it in the dead of night, blah, blah, blah. He kind of hit him with that. But then Elon responds to this and says, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. So, shot back. Like I said, Trump didn't really take much of a shot. He said I would have won without
Shots fired.
Elon, but with Elon saying, uh, oh, you left. Where you at?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here. Sorry.
there
I
you
got
go.
things going. I'm
You're
back.
good. But with
I'm listening.
Elon saying that Trump wouldn't have won without me, like that hits at the heart of Trump. Like Trump, the whole like he didn't win the 2020 election, like he doesn't like that. So with Elon saying he would have won, or he would not have won without me, I knew we were going to get a response from Trump. So in between, real
Oh
quick,
yeah.
Laura Loomer, who I've been paying too much attention to, Laura Loomer tweets that she's been on Capitol Hill all morning, and House Republicans and Senate Republicans are fractured. They're trying to decide who do we side with in this. Elon E-
Oh.
Elon shoots back, and I don't know if I sent you this picture or not, but Elon said the thing they have to remember is that Trump's only has another 3.5 years left, whereas I'll be around for 40 years. So Elon's trying to scare Republican House members into siding with him over Trump. Um, anyhow, that Trump
Okay.
Trump must be paying attention to
When does
this.
Elon get deported?
Oh, dude, that's coming. So anyhow, picture number two, real quick. I need you to pull this up. Uh, this is Trump's first response after Elon says he wouldn't have won Pennsylvania without me. Oh, wait, hold on. So this is the one I was just talking about. Some food for thought as they ponder this question. And the question, the thing he's subtweeting here is Laura Loomer saying they're trying to decide who to side with. And he says, oh, some food for thought as they ponder this question. Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I will be around for 40 plus years. So he's trying to sway him. So anyhow,
Okay.
go to the next picture, picture three, I think.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Ooh.
So he's talking
Ooh,
about
that's
right
gonna
there.
hurt.
He's talking about right there, SpaceX mainly, like all the defense contracts. He's saying terminate
Yeah.
Elon's government subsidies and contracts. So, and Elon did point out that without SpaceX, we can't go to the International Space Station. Like that, we're using them for everything space travel right now. So, I don't think Trump
Hmm.
realizes like that he really. I mean, I guess he could do that, but it would terminate our space program pretty much. And then
Whoa.
Trump
Okay.
followed up after that by saying Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. So, in that tweet, Trump is threatening to pull away the government contracts and subsidies, which that's we everybody says it, but Elon is a welfare man. Like he gets money from the government left and right. That's how SpaceX and Tesla are propped
Yeah.
up by this. And then he also said,
Oh
"Oh, by
yeah.
the way, I nobody wants EVs anyway." So he's striking at Tesla on that. Okay. The the last response is where we're at right now. We're waiting on another response, but if you go to the very last picture real quick, this is the bomb. This went from zero to nuclear really, really quick. It was kind of, a little back and forth. And at this point, if you stop right there, this is repairable. Like maybe they could possibly make up at this point still. But now we have the most recent Elon tweet. Time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. So that's where we've left off. Is he threw him under the Epstein bus, which
Y-
the left
Okay.
has been saying forever. We know that they hung out. We know that his name is mentioned, and there's court records. We know that people that got deposed as the Epstein files, like Trump's name's in there.
Well, they were best friends. Epstein even said they were best friends for a decade. So
They were. They stopped being friends sometime in the early 2000s. And what's funny is Epstein's brother went on like Piers Morgan or something recently and said that it was Epstein who ended their friendship because he started to realize what a crook Trump was. Trump has always said
uh,
that he started to realize what Epstein was into, and that's why he ended the friendship. So some back and forth over how it
interesting.
ended. But right
That
there,
doesn't make any sense because like Trump's into young girls too. I'm pretty sure him and Melania met on the Lolita Express.
They didn't meet there, but the agency that Melania was a model for apparently had some history with like bringing in foreign women as basically high price escorts. So, and apparently that was
Yeah.
well known. Like that agency was setting up rich dudes with models. Anyhow,
Okay.
you can pull this down now, but that's where we're at. Um, if you're curious, I hope you don't own any Tesla stock because this all started at about
No.
noon. And since noon, let me see where we're at right now. Hold on. Tesla is down just under 15%. In 3 hours, they lost 15%.
That's a lot of money.
That's amazing. What is
Okay.
that? I don't even know what that would be. Yeah, I don't know how to calculate. It's down to $167 a share. Or no, sorry, it's not. It's
So people are,
down to 284 a share. It was back up to like
so who
3
wins
something.
this? Who wins this?
Man, so this is going to play out publicly, which I love. But like, okay, right now, if
Yeah.
you're Elon, let's okay, this is an information battle now. You're Elon and you control Twitter, but what else do you have
Hmm.
access to? If you want to get your side of the story out, where do you go first? The first stop is an
Um,
obvious one to me.
Fox News?
Joe Rogan.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
go.
maybe.
I think he
The whole story. I don't feel like there's that. Yeah.
I think he's already called or texted Rogan. And I know way to prove this, but I think he's already tried. And now let's stop right here because we're all saying where are the senators
Okay.
and House people going to go? Like who are they going to side with? But
I'd watch that Rogan. I would totally watch that Rogan.
I will watch that 100%. Yeah, but if you're Rogan, okay, hold on. If you're Rogan, Rogan's got in good with all the Republicans with Trump. Like he's in good with the administration. If he has Elon on, he is now in the crosshairs of the administration unless he defends Trump, unless he argues with Elon and takes Trump's side, which ain't gonna happen. So now here's a fun breakup.
Yeah, but okay, let's just say all the information comes out and they both look bad, which is probably what is happening, right?
Okay.
They both look bad. They're both scam artists. They're both crooks. They're both just trying to do what's best for themselves and not for the American people. And everything comes out and they both look bad. Who wins?
No, I don't know. And forever I said that
Does
Elon
Trump deport Elon? And then
he,
does Elon like fight Trump from another country?
So Elon, here's where we can get into like the Soviet communism fascism. Okay, um, if you were to look back at what they did in the early, I guess it was the late '90s in Russia, when Putin came into power, he basically took all the businesses from billionaires he didn't like, like the oligarchs that weren't on his side. He confiscated their businesses. So like Could Trump
Right.
basically confiscate SpaceX, like the government seizes control of SpaceX and puts Elon in a prison somewhere? I don't know. I don't think it's going to come to that, but
I
that's
mean, what he could do is rebuild NASA. He's got
uh,
Space Force and he's got NASA, so he rebuilds Space Force and NASA and just kind of steals Elon's
he could. Now,
plans.
let me go back real quick. Is this to me this is
I don't know.
a fascinating little subplot here, okay? Let's just look at the Rogan side of things, okay? Let's say Elon's already calling or texting Joe and saying, "Hey, let me come on your show to get my side of the story out here." If you're Joe, if you say, "Yeah, sure, come on," now you're in the crosshairs of the administration. Like, and that he's worked really hard to get in good with all the Republicans in Texas and in DC. If he says no to Elon, says, nope, I'm staying out of this, you're on your own. Now Elon and Rogan are feuding. I think either way, I think this is going to I think there's going to be shots fired in different directions. All the different influencers have to pick a side. You can't stay on the sidelines on this. If you're Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan, even, Benny
Yeah.
Johnson
I
and
don't really
Tim
care about any
Pool.
of that. I don't really care about any of that. I just care about the feud. Like it doesn't
Oh,
matter if they go on Rogan or not. Like I don't care. Rogan's only in it for himself. I think he'll let Elon on, or maybe he has Elon and Trump on, and he
oh
like
my God. I don't know if that could happen. But no, what you're
I don't
failing to
know.
see
That's
here,
it's
I gotta
stupid
say,
anyway. Who cares?
bigger picture wise, we're talking the fracturing of the MAGA movement. I don't want to say the Republican Party, but the MAGA movement. And in order for that fracture to really happen, it has to include the influencers, the podcasters, all them, and people got to start picking sides. Now, we're not there yet, but this is irreparable. Like, either Elon's just going to go, she's just going to shut up and go off and stop talking about this, which there's no way in hell Elon's going to do that. Okay. If you think Elon's just gonna be the bigger man and walk away here? No. Is there any chance that Trump's gonna be the bigger man and walk away here? No. Now, hey, let me ask you this: do you think that the Epstein thing was the biggest bomb that Elon had to drop on Trump? Because I don't. I don't think he would have fired his biggest bomb yet. I think that that's not even. Elon's just had his
No.
hands in the government. He knows everything that's going on in the administration. I don't think we've seen the biggest bomb yet. I really don't.
Yeah. Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
What's
Oh man.
what does Trump fire back with?
This is gonna be interesting.
Okay,
This is gonna be interesting.
real
And I
quick.
really do hope that the fight just keeps going on and they just start like going after each other hardcore and we learn a lot about both of them.
Okay,
That's really all I care about.
put yourself in the Oval Office right now. Okay, Trump has seen the tweet that Elon did about him being on the Epstein list. Trump's pissed. People are probably trying to calm Trump down and say,
Sure.
"Hey, don't respond, don't respond, don't respond." At some point tonight or tomorrow morning, Trump's going to respond. Okay, and he's got to go blow for blow.
Okay.
He can't. So let's take a prediction here. What's Trump going to attack? Is it going to be EVs or is it going to be how piss poor of a job he did at Doge and he didn't find any of the savings he promised? Or is it going to be Elon's drug abuse on the trail? Because that's an easy one. He could say, I asked Elon to leave because he was high as a
Ooh.
kite. He was high as a kite and he was bothering everybody. And it'll be something personal. It'll be about Elon not getting along with people. Where do you think it goes? Because Trump's,
Yeah.
if you think Trump's not going to hit back, you haven't been watching Trump for 10 years. Trump's swinging back. It's just a matter of
Right.
which way does he go?
Trump's swinging back. Trump's swinging back. I don't know where he's going to go with this one.
Drug use?
I think he hits him where it hurts and he takes away his I think he just starts taking away stuff. Like he's going to take away all of his government subsidies. Tr Elon's not he's going to hit him where it hurts his money.
Put a pause on. He'll put a pause on the government contracts or something, and that'll be
Oh,
what he'll
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
He'll
put him
start
on.
tariffing Elon.
He'll put him under review or something.
I'm
It,
just tariffing Elon
I
Musk.
don't know. I can't wait for Trump to respond. And like I said, I think right now everybody is telling Trump, stop, don't respond, take a second, breathe. But at some point, everybody goes home and Trump
Oh,
goes.
what if
Everybody goes.
what if he brings back some of like the EPA and these other organizations that were like going like
That were
investigating Elon's companies and
trying to
he
regulate
starts
him.
building back what Doge destroyed.
He won't do that. So if I had to put money on it, I'd say he's going to say that A, Elon was high as a kite, and then B, that's why he didn't deliver on all the Doge cuts he promised. And then he's gonna say the reason the big beautiful bill
Okay.
is causing so much debt and deficit is because Elon promised 2 trillion in savings and he didn't deliver. So it's Elon's fault that the bill is where it's at. I think he's going to put it all on Elon's lap. That's the calculated
Yeah.
response.
Oh yeah. He was gonna do that. He was gonna do that no matter what.
Yeah, but I think it's coming fast
He was
now.
gonna blame Elon for everything no
I
matter what, right?
I can't believe, and I want to check before we stop recording. This is gonna be a quick one. I just want to see if there's anything new from Trump.
Elon's been the fall guy since day one. Like we knew he was gonna be the fall guy.
Oh shit. Okay, Elon just tweeted. He replied to Trump's tweet about the easiest way to save money in our budget is billions and billions of dollars is to terminate Elon's government subsidies. Elon is daring Trump to do it. He said, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Saying, okay, cool, now we're going to take it all apart. Good luck. You can't go to space anymore. That's what Elon just said. I'm going to read it again, word for word.
Oh,
In light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. So now
whoa.
he's trying to get Trump to go,
This
no, 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 hold
this
on.
is
I didn't
interesting.
mean that. I you know how Trump said, what to Zelensky, like you don't hold the cards. Like in this case,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm right about this, but in this case, does Elon hold more cards than Trump?
I hope they start really going after each other and telling everybody all the crooked stuff that both of them are doing, and they both end up looking bad. And I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
there's a guy on Twitter
I
named Ian Miles Cheong. He's a right wing dude that I follow for no good reason. But he said, President versus Elon, who wins? My money's on Elon. Trump should be impeached and JD Vance should replace him. And Elon retweeted that and just said yes. So Elon is now calling for Trump's impeachment, is where we're at right now.
hmm. Okay. Okay.
Oh
So, oh
my
wow.
God.
So they're just gonna go back and forth today all day long, huh?
It's not going to stop anytime soon.
No.
And Elon
Yeah,
also
this is
said
gonna
that
be great.
Elon also just said the Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. So he's calling for a recession. Um, that looks like
Okay.
the most recent responses. Oh man, this is so good. Like I don't know what to do with myself tonight. I'm gonna be glued to like the news and my phone all evening just with popcorn, just watching this. So that's where we're at. The
You
breakup is
should
happening.
you should do
Do
are you oh, I was gonna say you should do some of those shorts. Just like short
I
give us
might
short updates all
I,
night long, Andy.
I've never done a short. I might have to hop on solo tonight and talk about this. So anyhow, let me ask you before we get off real quick. What is the chance? It's probably zero, but what is the chance you think that they make up and like they repair everything and they get along again? Do you think there's any chance of that?
No,
I'm
no,
putting it at
they're hard-headed. I'm sticking with
1%.
that. They're hard-headed, and neither one of them is gonna make up unless they both have something that could just destroy both of them, right? Which I think they do, but then they have to
I think they
negotiate,
do.
and Trump's not a good negotiator, so
Well, here's the
I
thing.
don't think it's gonna happen.
Elon threw out the Epstein list stuff on said Trump is on the Epstein list. That's pretty, I mean, if we're I don't think you go there and then you back off a little bit like that. Now Trump responds, and if Trump has something good, he better throw it out there. If Trump doesn't, he's going to be called a pussy. I'm just going to say it right now. I think there's a one
And
percent chance.
Elon's gonna like take away some of his stuff. We should get on Twitter. We should have a Twitter account
Oh
because
my
if we just
god,
talk shit about Twitter, we might bump up in the rankings.
I'm telling you, this is
Because
great. I want to.
he's gonna start pushing all he's gonna flip his algorithms to push everything against Trump, and everything for Trump is gonna get pushed down.
So I've managed to not follow Elon on Twitter this whole time, but to send a direct message, I think you have to follow somebody. So I'm about to follow Elon, and I'm going to send him an invite on our show so he can talk about it. He ain't going to do it, but I'm definitely going to invite Elon on to talk about this. Yeah,
Good.
I'm going to put a 1% chance that they make up. And then I'm going to put a 75% chance that things get really bad. Like it's already ridiculous, but I think that like more bombs are going to get thrown tonight and tomorrow morning. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll also say this. If any company has
I hope
any
so.
Dude, if any company has any bad news that they're trying to drop and hide, it's the perfect time to do it. If you got something you don't want the news to report about, go ahead and put it out now because the news is about to be
Yeah,
distracted for a couple days. So it's a perfect what do they call it? A bad news dump?
that's hilarious.
Yeah, do your bad news dumps right now. So anyhow,
Yeah. What's the stock market doing right now?
the overall market, it can't be. It's it's not
Yeah.
that much. It's down a quarter of a point today. It's down
Okay.
$108. So,
Okay.
this is so.
Not bad. Okay.
It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so
You're
happy
so
right now.
excited.
Yeah, I've been texting people all day just talking about
Awesome.
this. So, okay, like and like and subscribe, comment if you want, and we'll be back on to talk about the more haymakers that get thrown here tomorrow. All righty,
All right. Later, man.
later. Okay, so before I could even post this episode me and Docs just recorded, there's a new update I wanted to slide in here. Steve Bannon is talking to, it seems like every reporter he can call right now. He's claiming that he is advising Trump on the response to Elon Musk. Don't know if that's true or not, but it's kind of fun to think about. Steve Bannon is advising that this is a quote, they should initiate a formal investigation of his immigration status because I am of the strong belief that he is an illegal alien and he should be deported from the country immediately. Um, that stems back to Musk and his brother both said they came here originally on the wrong kind of visa. They were here for work, but they said they weren't. Something goes back 15, 20 years. Bannon said the Trump administration should also investigate Musk's drug use, as reported by the Times, and his effort to get a classified briefing on China from the Pentagon, which was also reported by the Times. I thought the New York Times was fake news, but anyhow, they're citing that. Bannon said Musk's security clearance should be suspended during these investigations. So Bannon is calling for the investigation and eventual deportation of Elon Musk. So that's where we stand now. More stuff's going to happen tonight, but I'm not going to keep adding to this. So have a good night.
Sometimes you eat the bar, sometimes the bar eats you.